Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Mountaineers offense will take the field first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what...
Turning it on! And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Let's take a second here and think about West Virginia. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple of dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Kendricks. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
The Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Makes the grab. It's Norman. There he goes. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarter...
Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have next going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a second and long. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They boot it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
The short hand, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Back to pass. It's Kendricks. Fires into the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. Timing and better execution. That is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. He puts up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Flying down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed, and he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend, man. When I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
Finds his man. It's King. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He might want another play. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it set up on the outside. Still running at the 40. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Finds his man. It's Williams. Ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Looking for a man. It's Kendricks. Quarterback moving. Trying to make... Breaks into the open. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to...
There he goes! Oh, and the ball's out after that big play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football offense. Very lucky to get that football back.
Here's a heat.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Quick strike complete. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. That's caught. It's Butler. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to pass. It's Kendricks. Gets it out fast. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's open on the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Kendricks. Finds his tight end. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Breaks into the open on the left. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point is good. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Looking for a crease to the left. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hand off from the shotgun. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. To the air. It's Kendricks. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires downfield. He's got an open man.
That's good for a fighting 6.
We reach the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Williams. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Quickly complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Rush is on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got a man. It's Norman. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking downfield, it's Kendricks. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense. There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Aggies are flying down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be knocked down. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Completes it in the middle. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Now on 1st down from the 30.
First down, West Virginia.
Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Defense wants to bring the heat. Oh, they're after him. Keeps it going. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The inside handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Starts to scramble to the left. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike. On that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll go to the ground. Across the 45. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from